Welcome viewers to the main event, last game of the year. This one's for the league championship between the Rangers and your Moncton Hawks. Missing in action is Arsenault, and Robinson on the back end, out due to illness. Everybody else is a go. Here we go. Millier being attacked by the Rangers, trying to hold it in. A little poke there, keeps it in. Rangers gonna try to get their first shot away. That's tipped aside by Richford. Millier now hammered behind the net. Centering attempt goes off the net and wide. Travis behind the net to Van Horsen. Here's another shot for Travis, but he gets stick checked last second. And here comes Boudreau trying to catch Lewis as he pivoted. That goes off a stick and just over the net. Both goalies have touched the puck here in the first minute. Van Horsen gets bumped on the boards. Cormier up to the wing to Boudreau. Boudreau chips it ahead. Bohannon now, a little stop and go as he comes through the neutral zone. Bohannon in the slot, quick shot. Richard knocks it down, rebound, scores! All alone was Troop. Nobody picked him up, and he puts in the rebound.
Don't know how two guys got behind our D, along with the goalie there.
Well, it's happened all year round. The Rangers have scored a minimum of 4 goals or more in every one of the games. They are a high-scoring team. They lead by about 30 goals to the next closest team, and they're not done yet. That one's sent in by Cornette Patterson, stopped behind the net. We talked about it all year, Tony, how you want to get that puck on net and have somebody drive the net for rebounds. And the Rangers, who are usually a east-west moving puck team, showed the benefits of just putting it on net and crashing for rebounds. That one's chipped in. Goodette back to pick it up. He chips that ahead to McPherson. McPherson can't handle it. That's shot in deep. That's chipped over to Fournette. Fournette, no look pass. Now up to McPherson, just ahead of him. And now Hall leaves it for Friars. The Hawks given the middle of the ice here as the wingers come down the side of the boards. The D are backing right up and allowing these Rangers to cut to the middle just like Bohannon did on that first shot. Look to see if that continues. Hall now in the corner. He gets hammered by Rayfuse. Chipped up the boards, but off the stick, and Walton able to hammer that back down deep. Robichaud gives a bump. Little chip up, but on net. Rebound again! Richford able to get that one as the Rangers are just swarming the net looking for anything.
It seemed to come off there, but I think it stayed on after all.
So there's 2 shots from up high and a rebound picked up by the Rangers. So the Hawks on their heels early here. Less than 3 minutes in. That one's chipped up to the D-man. Now behind the net, St. Clair sends it back up high. And the Rangers will take advantage of these giveaways as there's no winger on the board able to pick up that loose puck. Another one sneaks through. Kept in by St. John. This time St. John able to apply the pressure, but finally gets knocked out, and this will be an icing. And that's what the Hawks will need, as they're going to have to change some tired bodies. Interesting note, this is Richford's second away game he's played all year other than the 2 at the Uniplex. The only other game he has played is on the away side was against the Caps at the Willie O'Ree. So a little change of pace here just by the way the schedule worked out. Hawks now looking for something, but that gets broken up. Little chip ahead and through. And Rangers able to get to it, but not in time to get a shot away. Rangers get some help in the corner as they're able to dig it out. D-to-D pass here. Bohannon gets caught up in his feet, can't keep it in. Puck's jumping around here. Finally, down into the Rangers zone, and Casey on the prowl trying to dig that puck away. Agnew comes in to pinch, but that gets knocked by him, and that'll be an icing. Well, provincials are just around the corner. This will be a big game for both teams to at least get in that frame of mind for how big all those games would be. This one gets through. 2-on-1 brewing up. Agnew's behind. Richford makes a save. And it's able to get picked up there. That would have put the Hawks in the hole quickly. As these Rangers are just flying here in the early going, but Hawks looking for an answer. They get it in deep. Wrapped around the other side. McPherson trying to hold it in. Now Cornette Patterson. Fournette down low. That's chipped up to Hall, who chips it over to Cook. Cook stood up at the line, but that extra little move makes that one an offside. Rangers now retreat into their own zone. D-to-D pass. Stretch pass through the neutral zone. That's through everybody, and that'll be an icing. Rangers got out to an early lead yesterday against the Caps. Caps stormed back with 2. Final score ended up being 6-4, a win for the Rangers. And that's what set up this winner takes all game here today. Travis now chips that ahead through everybody. That's chipped up into the neutral zone by Richard. Richard whacks away at that one, and that goes up into the bench of the Rangers. Rangers win another draw. Get the line. That's sent in deep. Off the back boards. Rangers are first there. That gets picked up by Cormier as he came back. Now along the boards, that chips out to Richford. Richford goes to grab that, but it's swatted away by Richard, and here comes Boudreau. Boudreau trying to get a stick on it. He's all tied up. Finally sends it in deep. Rangers do a great job threading the needle, staying on that line of what's legal and not illegal with their sticks. That's chipped up the boards and out. Robichaud on the attack. As he tries to angle his man. Oh, and sent up into the air by Travis as he tried to chip that one in deep. Now offside. Agnew picks that one up. Sends that one through the neutral zone. Rangers deep in their zone. Now it's chipped up to Troop. Troop knocks it in with the second effort. Gaudette picks it up. Off the boards. Martin gets caught up in it and he chips it out. That's going to be an icing, as both teams trading icings back and forth. Rangers win another draw. That one's sent to the far corner. So they were looking for the one-timer. That one's offside. That's going to give the Hawks a little bit of time here to regroup. Now McPherson across the red. Sends that one in. Bohannon tries to squeeze him into the boards. McPherson behind the net. Ends up giving that one right back. Gaudette steps up, sends that one in deep. McPherson in again. That one's chipped out by the Rangers. Now St. Clair. D to Millier. Millier was waiting for some fresh troops to get in. That one's picked aside, and here's another chance by the Rangers, but it just slips off his stick. Millier up to Boudreau. Boudreau chips it over to Cormier. Cormier had to be careful there. Hall, he's loose. Can he get to that puck? No. Right behind the goal line. It goes, and Hall just didn't quite have enough time to get a shot away. Boucher trying to keep that one in. Now here's a chance for the Hawks as Cormier sent it over the stick of Casey. It was all alone. That one's sent up high. Millier's got to retreat. Little give and go is picked off by the Rangers. And the Hawks gonna try again. Millier all the way up to Boudreau. He chips that in. Hawks will go for a change. Travis can't handle that one as Richard comes in and knocks it in deep. Rangers now move it up the boards. Travis chips it ahead. Picked off by Richard and sent right back in. Here comes Robichaud. He lays the body. Now the Rangers looking to go through the legs, but stood up. Now Martin. Does he have some room to get a shot away? The Rangers coming in hard. He gets a shot. But the goalie able to knock that aside. Travis now trying to feed that one through to Van Horsen. That's picked off. Here comes Richard. He stood up at the line, but they call that one offside. Rangers try to go through the legs. Great job there by St. Clair to hold his man up. Agnew now chips that up. Rangers come into pinch, and can the Hawks take advantage? No. Puck gets batted back in deep. Now, four-man scramble in the corner. Two players now down as they're on top of the puck, but Cornette Patterson able to pull it out. He tries to wrap it around, but Fournette's got to go over and get it, but Rangers able to keep it in. Rangers doing a great job applying pressure, holding pucks in here. Now up to the line. It's the Rangers looking for an outlet from high. That one misses the net. A one-timer. McPherson now sends that through. That sneaks through everyone. Here come the Rangers. As Bohannon works his way through. He gets put down to the ice. Now Boudreau along the boards. Chips that out to Cormier. Cormier sends that in deep. And they're going to call that one an icing. And the coach for the Moncton Hawks doesn't like that call, as he thought his stick was well over the line before that was dumped in. Either way, the Rangers are going to get the offensive zone face-off. They win another one. Knocked in deep. Cormier tries to chip that ahead to Richard. But the Rangers doing a good job getting in the lane. Now a little reversal. Rangers down low. Send that one across. High slot, quick shot, tip. I'm not sure if that one tipped off Richford or off a player, but it was close call. Now Boudreau trying to get his way to the net. Behind the net now. He gets pushed aside. Cormier's there to help. That gets pushed out. Casey's got to come in, but he ends up chipping it out to the Rangers. And the Rangers off the boards trying to catch it on the other side is Friars. And here comes Millier now. He loses it in his feet. Hawks have no options but to flick it down the ice and go for a change. Well, we made it past 10 minutes. No penalties called. That's a good sign. Rangers lose that draw, but it's Travis that flies all the way through and picks up that loose puck. So the Hawks not doing a good job in the early going of this game so far on the faceoffs. From the point, little tip. Richford sees it. Now to the far side, reverse back. Gaudette picks that one up. Tries to chip that one off the boards. That's picked up by Travis. Rangers doing a great job along the boards, not allowing the wingers to get that puck out. Now Martin. Good job there by the Rangers to step up and knock that puck away. Rayfuse comes in, tries to whack that in. He gets pushed down. Rangers chip that one in deep. Now Gaudette. Another chance for the Rangers up at the line here as they're able to keep this one in. Reverse back to Lewis. Lots of room here. Finally chipped in deep. St. Clair pokes that one around. Robichaud. He chips that one up high, but the Rangers do a great job getting back, and a tip in front of the net sends that one wide, but not by much. Now the Rangers again, as Robichaud tries to break that up at the line. The Hawks on their heels here early, as the Rangers are just moving and grooving, being first on pucks, battling a little bit harder. Rangers again lay the body down as Lewis comes across. And now Fournette 1-on-3. As he tries to go around. He gets blindsided, hit, but they let that one go. And now Fournette gets his stick up in the air, and that's going to be the first penalty of the game, as the Hawks just quite can't hold their anger down. And now Fournette's going to go to the box for head
contact.
contact.
I mean, that was a hit to the head, and he's been dealing with concussion issues. So, you know, that's a missed call there all day.
Well, it's definitely not the hits we want to see where they come across on those odd angles. But an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. They should have both been let go. They weren't. And the Rangers back on the power play trying to go up by 2. Rangers do a great job looking for that backdoor pass. And here it is. That's broken up this time by the Hawks, but the Rangers pounce all over the loose puck. And now, shot, rich for the glove save. Well, the Hawks, I believe, only have 2 shots on net here with 6:24 to go. Definitely have to regroup, fill up this power play for the Rangers first. Travis moves that up. Rangers now looking for the back door. It's knocked away. Rangers reverse it down low. Agnew lays the body, now up towards the point. Sent over to Possiboom now down low to Van Horsen. Shot right on, rich for the save. Van Horsen looking for his man. He stops and reverses it. He's got some room to go to the net. Walks right in. What a goal! As Agnew gets burned by Van Horsen. And Van Horsen burns Richford up high with a nice move. And that's why he's the leading goal scorer in the league. Like I said, folks, look for a high-scoring game by the Rangers. They score in bunches, especially against the Moncton Hawks this year. Cormier now sends that one over to Boudreau. Boudreau fires that in deep. That's offside. Rangers win another draw. So troubles in the face-off draws here by the Hawks after they've been so good over the last few weeks. Now the Rangers looking for the stretch pass through, picked off by Gaudette. Gaudette chips it up. Nobody there this time though. And here come the Rangers, far cross pass, Hall. Unable to control that one as he was almost around. That one's chipped ahead. And again, Rangers able to win that one along the boards. Hawks. Gaudette jumps into the rush. Looking for an outlet. As he tries to send that across. That gets blocked. Second attempt. Oh, there's all alone. Quick shot. Great save by Thibodeau. Huge save to keep his team up by 2. The Hawks needed that one. But Thibodeau was up for the task. That one's chipped ahead. Rangers looking for a fast break. St. Clair trying to hold Hall off. Grapeviews back. That one's chipped around to Robichaud. Here comes O'Toole to try to hold it in. Rangers trying to step aside, but Grapeviews now looking for the fast break. That one's shot up. That misses wide. Agnew tries to put that one in deep. Rangers flick that one up through. Knocked ahead by Agnew, but with a full head of steam. Here comes the Rangers moving in. And now Robichaud 1-on-4 as the Hawks go for a change. He turns and fires. That one Off the goalie's glove and wide. Rangers stepped past McPherson, send that one into the bench. So, like I said, the 3 leading scorers in the league are all from the Rangers' top line. 2 of them battling it out for this game. 51 for Van Horsen, 50 for Travis. So the league title is up in the air. Now Cornette Patterson laces another one. Thibodeau up for the task. Another great save by him. As the Hawks got 2 good looks there in the last few minutes. Unable to cash in this time though. Millier gets hit in the head, but no call there as the glove came up high and caught him underneath the chin. Now the Hawks Richard in on the rush. Sends that one out front. 3 are caught deep. And here come the Rangers. Van Horsen. Van Horsen steps aside, unable to control the puck. That one sneaks out of the zone. But here come the Rangers right back in. As they try to walk in front again. The net's knocked off. Richford just pulls that one back on. Hawks go for a change. Rangers are doing the same. That one will be an icing. So far the Moncton and Rangers, all teams play each other 8 times throughout the regular season. The Rangers have won 5 of the 7 games that the Hawks have played against them. Only 1 game has been less than 4 goals minimum against, and that was a 2-1 win at home. Another win in front. There's a shot. Richford can't find it. Another shot from the point. And now the Hawks got a super hard hole to dig themselves out of. As Richford let in a weak one there. Whether he's seen it or not, that was from up high. He should have found that one. And that one's going to hurt his team. Rangers just moving and grooving a little bit faster than our Hawks here today. And they just don't quite have enough gas in the gas tank at this time. They're gonna have to dig deep. But the Rangers definitely want this one. They want to go down as the league champions. Big hit in the corner by Martin. And he's gonna lay another one. Shot in front, that goes off. I'm not sure a player or the goalie, as Robichaud was all alone again. But the Hawks just can't find the back of the net, and they're sure missing Arsenault right now, as he's one of the top scorers for the Hawks. Great job again by the Rangers, applying pressure and holding off the Hawks. But Rayfuse, he gets the puck poked away. He has to send that one in deep. Hawks go for a change. Arsenault is not feeling well for the Hawks, but we could use that star power here tonight. But let's see if the Hawks can make something happen here. as they're working the corners here. The stick comes up across the face of McPherson. Tears his helmet to the side. He's still fixing it. No call there. Millier sends that one in. That one's high stick down. Hawks will touch it and that'll be a whistle. Well, I believe, Tony, last time we were here, the Hawks got out to a 3-0 lead and we ended up losing that game 6-4. So maybe we have something in store here, folks. Don't turn the channel too soon. You never know what can happen in youth hockey. But it's definitely the Rangers here on top. In the early going, they have a 3-0 lead after the first period. Hawks are looking for an answer. They'll take a 15-minute recess and see if they can regroup and come back on the attack. As the Hawks are looking for an answer.
Yeah, hopefully boys come out stronger here in a second. I mean, you gotta be ready to go here in a bigger game than the rest, the final game of the regular season with first place in the league on the line. So hoping to see some pushback here at the very least.
And here we go. That one's off the target by Millier, chipped in by the Rangers. Richford chips that one to the corner. Van Horsen sends it back the other way. Now up at the line, Rangers do a good job again holding it in early here. Second attempt knocked out. Here's Casey, picks up a loose puck and he makes something happen. No, he loses his edge. And here come the Rangers. That pass is off the mark. Casey now unable to control that pass, but he's in hard on the puck. In the far corner, he's wrapped up and taken down to the ground.
Oh, he's smothered and jumped on by the Rangers
player. He's got a player wrapped around him and he ain't trying to get up. A ref just blows the whistle down.
Well, we're chatting there. We're not expecting any help from the referees down here in St. John, so that's par for the course. Somebody just jump on somebody and swap there. If that's a hockey play, so we'll let that one go.
Another draw won by the Rangers as the Hawks still looking for an answer in that category. That one's offside, but they touch up. Richford stops that one behind the net. Sent up to Fournette, who tries to chip it ahead. Nobody there. Off the boards to Fournette Patterson, who tries to chip it ahead to Fournette. Rangers do a good job. Everybody's back here as they regroup. That one's chipped ahead. Casaboom now. He's going to go for a skate. And look at the D just backing up. Casaboom moving to the middle, but he loses handle the last second. And we talked about that in the first period, Tony, where everybody just backs up, allowing them to get to that middle ice. Nobody being aggressive at all. That one's sent in deep. Look at Hall on the attack as he comes in hard. Forces the Hawks to play that up the boards. And here comes Robichaud. Robichaud, shot, gloved away, sent out front, rebound, that's knocked away. Rayfuse was right there, but the Rangers able to get some players involved now behind the net as a four-man scramble. Everybody crashing behind that net. They're all up now, and here we go. Rangers over the line. That one sent out of play, but back and forth on the boards here as the linesmen come and break up Martin and Casaboom.
You take 2 steps back and then come in 2 steps and cross-check the guy in the back. Like, it can't be more obvious. Like, it's not just a small cross-check to let somebody know you're there. You're trying to hurt the guy. Taking 2 steps in an obvious manner.
Well, the Hawks are going to find out that they're going to have to get a little angry here back if they want to play.
Well, exactly,
and contend with the Rangers here tonight. Hawks finally win the draw here. As that puck gets moved out, the Rangers able to scoop it away. O'Toole now against the boards. He gets bumped by Martin. Martin looking to get loose. That puck's chipped out of play, and we'll get a whistle.
Yeah, you're right about that, Jamie. Like, you can choose to just stand there and take it, or you can try and you can push back, right? You can defend yourself and, you know, give what you get. And we'll see what kind of choices the boys make here today.
Well, I always said the best way to frustrate people is just to be better than them. Whether that's outworking them, being harder on pucks, whatever it takes. If you outwork somebody, they will be frustrated. Millier comes in, trying to hold it in there, but two Rangers able to chip that out of harm. Casey sends that in. The Hawks. Boudreau now lays the hit. Shot off the shin pads. Here's a fast break opportunity for the Rangers, but broke it up by St. Clair. Travis now puts on the break, sends that far side over to... A nice goal there as Van Horsen sees a man all out in front. And boom, there's 4. It's the Rangers who strike again. Hawks look like they're in mini-mites here. Wow, what a way to put on a stamp in a game to say we're the champions, not you guys. As I don't think the Hawks have even controlled a full 2-minute shift. Minute shift, for that matter, inside the Rangers zone here today.
No,
Rangers first on that one. Look at the pressure. That one gets wrapped around. Rangers come in hard to hold that in. All they can do is flick it down the ice. And it's 4-0 here. And again, the Rangers find a way to get 4 or more. Cornette Patterson now looking for a break. He can't get it over. As the ref's gonna call hooking. And the Hawks will finally get a chance at the power play. Oof, halfway through this game, 4-0. Not even halfway through, Tony. Another draw won by the Rangers. That's sent up high. Millier down to Cormier. Cormier back up to Millier. Nobody. There's a shot. Nice pad save by Thibodeau as he finds that one through traffic. Casey now trying to apply a little pressure. There's the Hawks behind the net. Casey is in front of the net. There's a shot right on, and Thibodeau able to find that through Casey as he tried for the screen. Casey doing a good job in front of that net. Taking some beating, but sticking to it. So Casey going right back to the front of the net. Seems to be their plan there. As he fills in for Arsenault, who's missing from our top power play unit. There's a shot right through, deflects wide. Thibodeau is looking for it. And now, behind the net, Boudreau. Millier back down to Cormier. Cormier. He moves it down low to Boudreau, back to Cormier, quick shot, scores, what a beauty. And that's how you do it. As Casey stays in front of the net, adds a little bit of a screen, holds the D down low at least, gives room for Cormier to sneak out front, and that's why you keep a man in front of the net. Two penalties, 2 power play goals here tonight. One by each team. Pass is off the mark as Van Horsen picks it up, trying to move to the front of the net. And he tries to find his man in front. Stick checked at the last second. Here come the Hawks. Can they create a 2-on-1? Got to move that puck up. Back over, no, right on, and that's covered up. As the Hawks are looking for an answer quickly.
Yeah, I don't know. What do we got here? We got the Rangers top line on. Might have liked to see a line change there, but
there's a shot. Thibodeau sends that aside with his blocker. Robichaud now in. Trying to stick check that and keep that down low. That's knocked up but not out as St. Clair sends it back down low. Off the stick of Robichaud and behind the net. Agnew now, a little reverse chip, but gives it right back to the Rangers. And here comes the Rangers, a high slot, nobody there, scores! Van Horsen! And Richford needs to be out of the net here today. And there he goes as McLaughlin comes in. And that's the thing to do here is 5 goals in less than half the game. But again, Tony, another slot shot, all alone in the slot. We just don't have anybody there picking up those guys. That's the most crucial space on the ice. We always tell, there's an answer right back by the Hawks. And it's 5-2. Chipped up right through. Now the Hawks. Fournette over the line, quick shot, kicked aside by Thibodeau.
Hit it.
And there's some physical action by Cornette Patterson on the far side. That might have been just what the Hawks needed. There's a little chip pass up ahead to Cornette Patterson. He's got McPherson moving in. Back up high, quick shot, another shot, and looking for a loose puck on the far side was Millier, but he retreated back to the line just before he could get his stick down. Fournette in the far corner. There's a shot from up high. That tips up over the net. Now Fournette. Now Gaudette comes in to hold that in. Great job there as he holds that puck in. Fournette's got to get there. And now the Hawks have held this puck in longer than any shift so far. They're all over them, and here's the Hawks again looking for a pass. Oh, that just misses by inches as it deflected off a skate and just missed the far post. The Rangers send that one all the way down the ice. That'll be an icing, and the Hawks have come alive like in Rishabukto when they were down 5-1. The goalie got pulled, and the same thing's happening here. And it looks like the Hawks have awakened. Still more than half a game to go here. That one's sent around. Casey now up high to Gaudette. Gaudette sends that one a little bit too high as he was trying to get that towards the net. Good job there by the Hawks to swoop in front of the Rangers player and take that opportunity away. Look at the pressure now. The Hawks are flying in profile, and I like it. Making this a game. Boom now. A little shake and bake move of his own. He moves it up. 2-on-1 brewing up. That's over, and that goes off the side of the net. And now Gaudette lays the body. Agnew in there to help out. 2 Hawks players try to chip that up to Casey. Casey trying to deal his way out, and he's able to get that one out. Picked off by Van Horsten, who's having himself a heck of a game. Here he comes, trying to centering that. Picked off again. Rangers behind the net, looking for an outlet. Cross ice pass, but tied up. Van Horsten behind the net. And this is the guy they need to hit, but they're allowing him to skate around. They need to pin him to the boards. Behind the net. That plays out front. Nice stick work there. The last second. And that one sneaks away from the Rangers player at the line. Ossaboom sends it in deep. He's coming on the attack. And forces the Hawks to make a pass that they don't want to make. The icing's called off there. Not sure why that was. But the Hawks able to keep it in. And Thibodeau are going to cover that. So a missed icing call ends up benefiting the Hawks as they get the offensive face-off here with
even things out for the icing that Steve didn't like at the first period. Not going to complain about that one.
Millier retreats behind his net. Lots of pressure though as he's pressured off the puck. Great job by the Rangers as they continue that pressure. Another missed chipped opportunity off the boards, and the Rangers able to keep that in. Rangers are everywhere. It's like they got a 6 blue shirt on the ice. That one sent wide. Down low. That goes off a skate as McLaughlin gets his first piece of rubber of the game. Now here come the Hawks after they dig it out of the pile. St. Clair chips that in. Hawks going for a change. Martin now. Oh, he wanted to lay the body there, but he retreated at the last second. Moffat. He skates through the zone. Cornette Patterson there to knock that away. Loose puck. Picked up by Richard. Richard. Drop pass to Gaudette. Gaudette. Back over to Richard. Richard crosses the line. Drops it back for Fournette. And the Rangers able to get back, but here come the Hawks. Gaudette laces one on net. Rebound. Scores! Fournette picks up the loose puck from a little dribbler on net. And we got a 5-3 game with 8:45 left in the second. See this all the time where a team jumps ahead and then they fall asleep. But it's the Hawks that have just upped their game. The Rangers are still there. They're still pressuring really good. Going to be first on this puck here. The Hawks have just been able to capitalize on a few chances they've had. If they can continue at this rate, they might even up the score. We'll see. Rangers give that one away. That's chipped up high off the glass and out. And here comes Fournette flying. Fournette, Patterson, and McPherson are there. Here's a two-man. Oh, Mick. That one centered out front off the skate. McPherson fans on that. It's a giveaway. Travis looks out front for an outlet. McPherson comes in, lays the body. Van Horsen walks out. Great save by McLaughlin. Now here he is again on the far side. He's just left all alone all the time, Tony, and I don't know why you leave that guy.
We're going to have to look at matchups here against this line because you got a leading goal scorer in the league, and I just can't get over how many chances in that high danger slot zone that this guy is getting here tonight. Luckily enough, there's another one
walks right in. Stick checked at the last second. Rangers behind the net. Lots of traffic out front. That's sent high. Shot from out far. Gets deflected down and to the side. Here come the Hawks. Nope, they lose control of the puck this time. That one's chipped in by Casey. Casey on the attack. Boudreau behind the net. Casey, great job getting over there as he knocks that away. Now along the boards, he gets pinned to the side. That wraps around. Richard's going to have to come in and get it. He does. Richard down low, stick checked. That's sent up. Cormier sends it right back down low. Casey able to knock that away. Here's a shot by Boudreau right on. Thibodeau makes the save. Hawks will get some fresh legs out.
Their number one line out again. Not missing for ice time.
Well, the Rangers. Hawks called out of the draw this time, which usually would be a bad thing, but in this case, maybe somebody new on the draw would be a good thing, as the Hawks have not been good at the draw here today. That one's won by Robichaud. He sends that one deep. That one's sent out just off the stick of Martin, and Robichaud was looking for it in the slot, but he couldn't quite get a handle on it. That one's picked off by Gaudette, sent right back in. And Martin on the attack, he lines his man up, has to put on the brakes. Van Horsen tries to chip that ahead, right back in, and that goes off for Robichaud, and that'll be an offside. Rangers win the draw. And that goes through everybody. That'll be an icing. Well, the Rangers are still moving and grooving, but the Hawks have found a little bit of their stride here. They're making it a game. After a 3-0 lead by the Rangers, after the first, then 4-0. Quickly into the second. The Hawks were able to find one back. The Rangers scored again, and then the Hawks scored the next couple. So we're in a 5-3 game. It's far from over here. Here come the Rangers now behind the net. Hawks able to strip that away as Gaudette comes skating out with it. He's got some room. As he crosses over, tries to sneak through, but he's stood up, and the goalie will cover that one up. Sent around the boards. Here come the Rangers with a heap of speed. Around one player, but not the second. Now McPherson, nice little stick check there, a little give and go. Oh, that's caught up in the legs. As the return pass got cut off. Rangers win another draw. That one gets sent out. We'll have one outside the line. Rangers able to win that draw. Fournette sneaks right through and takes it. And I'm not sure what he was trying to do after that, as he ran into traffic and threw the puck on the other side. Fournette, Patterson, and McPherson were pressuring down low. That's up at the line. D-to-D pass over to Millier. Quick shot. That goes off a stick and over the net. St. Clair knocks it down low. Fournette reverses it to McPherson. McPherson's bumped. Now, Fournette, Patterson on the far side with McPherson trying to disrupt the passing attempt here by the Rangers, but unsuccessful. And here come the Rangers. Far out. Quick shot off the post as McLaughlin was just off angle there. And the whole glove side was open. But the post saves the day here. Next goal, very crucial. If the Hawks are to get back into this game, they're going to be the ones that want to get it. Cadet now under a lot of duress as the Rangers players all over him.
Come on.
Rangers
time for in between the
storming
leg.
one after another. Finally, the Hawks able to get out. That's sent far corner. Casey reverses it back. Here come the Rangers. 3-on-2 brewing up. Van Horsen trying to go wide. Van Horsen's brought down, no call. Boudreau, far side. Tries to wrap that around the boards, but that gets caught up in the feet of the referee. That one sent right on goal, knocked aside. Toss-a-boom now. He loses the puck. Has to force that up the boards. Richard trying to hold that in just momentarily. That went off a shin pad. And the Hawks. Gaudette crosses the line. Quick shot off a shin pad. Gaudette again. Behind the net now, looking for an outlet. He tries to center that one out front. And that one again. Turns and fires as that comes over the glass. And that's the third puck this game. .241 to go here in the second. After down by 3 in the first, the Hawks are down by 2 here in the second. That draw squeaks over the line. The Hawks send it in deep. The momentum has shifted. The Hawks are controlling the play in the Rangers zone as of late. Robichaud chips that ahead. The Rangers pick that one up. Send it down the ice. That'll be an icing. Well, if only the Hawks could have been more awake in the first period like they've picked it up here after the first 3 minutes of the second. We might have had ourselves quite the battle, but they're still far from out of it here, down by 2. Rangers coming back the other way. They send that one on goal. It's deflected aside by McLaughlin. Now from the point, Bohannon wide. Rangers doing such a good job just pressuring and winning battles down low. McPherson cross ice to Fournette. Fournette all alone. He gets taken down.
There's is that? No, okay, called.
The Hawks are going to have to learn to skate away from this, try to get themselves back in this game and a chance to win it. Keep playing hard. Don't worry about the tough guy stuff. Great opportunity here for the Hawks. as Casey comes to the 8 on this top line. He'll be going to the front of the net, looking to stir havoc there. Rangers able to clear that one. That one's slapped around the boards and out there. I would like to see just a little chip in and continue your speed and win that battle down low. But no player for the Hawks was even coming down that wing. And the Rangers doing a great job killing this penalty off. Hawks looking a little bit lost here in the early going. Here comes Cormier. Cormier rims that around. He had lots of room. And now the Rangers just... Hawks get lucky there to keep that draw inside. Because that could have been sent down the ice and killed another 15 to 20 seconds off their power play. Well, the Hawks regroup, get a new line out there as that one was unable to do anything that time. Here's a shot from the point and straight through. Nobody in front. Burnett Patterson was standing off to the side, but not enough to blind Thibodeau. Rangers player goes straight through, 5-on-4, and the player goes straight through, able to get to that puck. Nobody tied up their man on the draw. Small details. McPherson to Fournette, back to McPherson. A little back and forth here, up high. And the Hawks were unaware of the time on the clock, and they're unable to get a shot away, but they'll continue. 25-second power play here in the third. We got a 5-3 game. Hawks have woken up a little bit. Far from over. We'll see what happens here in the third. Stay tuned, 15 minutes. All set here for the third and final period. Your Hawks down by a score of 5-3. But we'll start this third on a 25-second power play. Next goal's crucial, preferably in the first 10 minutes of this period. Draw one by the Hawks, poked away by the Rangers. And here comes the Hawks now entering the zone as they try to get control. Now up at the line, over to Millier. Millier back down to Cormier, but can't handle that pass as he tried to one-time that towards the net. Now Millier. Gadet sends that one through. Rebound, loose puck. They're digging at it. And Casey was there in front of the net, but Thibodeau able to find the loose change. And that'll do it. Back to 5-on-5. Face-off men. Here come the Rangers, but that is a little bit too much. Caught up in their feet, sent back in by the Hawks. They dig at the line. Knocked out, Rangers. Try to poke that ahead. Millier steps up. And he pokes that through. Now Millier. He's got Bohannon lined up, but Bohannon puts on the brakes. St. Clair all alone. Reverses that to McPherson, tries to chip that in deep. Bohannon stops that at the line, but Cormier able to get it in. McPherson tries to angle his man. Through the neutral zone is Van Horsen. Van Horsen creates some space for Travis. Quick shot, nice save by McLaughlin early on here to hold this a 2-goal game. Reverse to St. Clair. Van Horsen. Cornette Patterson now down low. Sends that up. He gives it right away to the Rangers. That skips off a leg and Hawks able to take advantage. Here comes Cornette Patterson. As he walks to the middle of the ice. Sends that just wide. And Fournette takes a stab at it as he tried to bank that off Thibodeau and in. Behind the net. Fournette trying to get control of this puck. Back up to the line. Agnew sends that one. That one just misses wide. Richard pinches to keep that in. Now down low is Cornette Patterson. He gets bumped. And the puck's picked up by the Rangers. And they come back the other way, but Moffat stripped. Agnew picked. And puck is bouncing all around. Off the glass. Just misses the linesman. And that's out of play. That goes off Rayfusen into the penalty box. Well, the most goals Moncton has ever scored in a game has been 7. And to win this one, you'll need at least 6. So lots stacked against the Hawks here tonight, but they're continuing to give it a go here. Rangers behind the net, wrap that around. Millier comes in to try to hold that in. That skips over his stick. He gets back to the line, able to hold it in. Rangers now flick it up through the zone. And all the way down the other side, Hall. He's bumped off the puck. And there's Gadet throwing the body. Rangers still able to keep control here as they walk out looking for an answer out front. That's tipped in front, blocked down. Cornette Patterson trying to come out with it. His hand is all around Millier's stick as Friars had his hand on the shaft of Millier's hockey stick and he wasn't able to get to it. Robichaud tries to chip that up ahead. That one's up high and down low. Rayview is going to be first on it. As he's got Boudreau behind the net looking for an answer out front. Didn't like it. He reverses it. Casey has that escape away from him a little bit too far, but Rayfuse is there to hold it in. Boudreau now trying to get control. And Agnew trying to hold off Hall. We get some support by Cormier, and Cormier's got some wheels as he throws that in, tries to catch it on the other side. Quick shot off the stick, up high on the other side. Here come the Rangers now. Rangers. As St. Clair tries to stand up his man. He gets the loose puck here. And Cormier chips it ahead to Casey. Casey looking to go wide, chips it in. Trying to catch it on the other side, and he's driven off the puck. As Cormier tries to feed that out front for a quick attack, but it's intercepted by the Rangers. Travis and Van Horsen now. The dynamic duo as they reverse it, picked off there by Gaudette. Gaudette jumps in on the rush. He trickles it in. He's got to get by his man. Reversed. Here comes Travis up the wing. Over the line. And Richard able to chip that in deep. Thought it was going to be an icing, but the puck was going a little too slow, so the linesman waved that off. Richard puts that off shin pads, and McLaughlin comes out to aid him. Here comes the Rangers. They take a blistering shot that goes well over the net. Another shot right on. McLaughlin had to be careful there as the loose rebound came out front. And O'Toole hammers his man, and he's going to go to the box. The same penalty happened yesterday with him against the Canadians for boarding. He gets called for this one as well. Well, at some point, the power plays become super important. You don't want to wait too long as you're already down by 2. Draws one by the Hawks. Gaudette shoots, scores! Screen in front. May have been tipped by Casey. I'm not sure, but he was in front of the net. And that's how you do it. Put a man out front. Anything can happen. We've already seen it a few times this year.
And that's funny. I started the clock and the puck dropped. 6 seconds for that goal to happen, but there was 11 seconds off here in the rink. Funny, not funny.
Well, the Hawks are within 1. And look at the Rangers coming flying here now. Robichaud flying as well as he's coming in. He does a flyby this time. He's able to get a stick on it, knock it away from Bohannon. Now behind the net, Hall. He's stripped of the puck. Gaudette picks up the loose one, sends that up. And Robichaud can't find it as it gets caught up in his feet. Stretch pass just off the mark. That'll be an icing. And the Hawks have climbed their way back into this game somehow. We got a 5-4 game with 12:36 to go. That one unable to be held in at the line by St. Clair. Millier back to pick up the loose puck as he tries to send it over to McPherson. Now back up to the line. Shot. Tipped. Oh, McLaughlin unable to find it. It goes behind the net. That was tipped up high. And it looked like it was going to scoot in behind him, but he's able to get his leg on it. Here comes McPherson now as he tries to go wide. He's taken down from behind. No call. Offside call here. Rangers now coming back the other way. Rangers leave it back to Van Horsen. Van Horsen shot and McLaughlin the save. And great job. No, Van Horsen getting mad here as Cornette Patterson came and whacked his stick out of his hands, trying to get the point leader frustrated here, and it seemed to have worked. That one's tipped towards the net, but wide. Richard chips that ahead. Over to Gaudette. Gaudette uses the net as a pick as he gets all the way around. This cross ice attempt's picked off, however, as Boudreau was flying down the far wing. Now the Rangers try to skate it up through the zone, flick it in deep. Behind the net, Gaudette, little chip over to Casey. Casey, if he can knock this pass. Cormier was trying to meet it on the other side, but good job there by the Rangers to backtrack and cover up. Rangers try to flick that one in.
Oh,
high stick right up. Oh, there's a late hit on Richard as he gets hit at the line with the puck in deep. Well, like I said, the Rangers flirt with that
always
on the line. They're just so good at it, and it's at all levels. It's in their DNA, using that stick for a couple extra whacks, a couple extra little hooks, but just enough that it could be called and it might not be called. And it's frustrating to play against, but it's a great tactic to have when you don't get called, for sure.
This line matchup there, Jamie.
Well, again, this has been happening. It seems like the Rangers will win that draw, wrap that all the way around. And there's a big hit there. Martin's been leading the charge in the physicality here for the Hawks. Hawks having a much better period than they did the first. Behind the net, Van Horsen. Van Horsen. He's under duress. Rayfuse comes in, Travis. St. Clair throws him to the boards. That one. They keep that one in. They say it's in. That was out. And the linesmen have been so good at calling every single close call here tonight, but they allowed that one to continue. Rangers now try to sneak that one up to Van Horsen, but he was too tired. He's had a full shift on. unable to get to that puck, and that'll be an icing. Well, just under the 10-minute mark, 1-goal game. Hawks win the draw, but straight through again is the Rangers to pick up that loose puck and drive it out of the zone. Unfortunately, I don't know if we have a statistician, but if you looked at some of these stats, Tony, and addressed them, that was a win by the Hawks, but again, the Rangers go straight through and pick up that loose puck, and instead of zone control, you're stuck regrouping. Nice job there again, winning it, but again the Rangers straight through, pick up the loose puck. And I'm not sure what's getting called there as Van Horsen dove. He's going to get an interference call. That was the worst call I've ever seen, especially in this game where they've let so much go. That was absolutely atrocious.
I think that's a result of all the yapping Van Horsen was doing. Not going to allow the second defenseman to come out on the ice.
Well, Van Horsen, after showing how strong he was on the boards, making a nice, beautiful goal in the first period, shows how easy he can fall to the ice and draw a penalty here in the third. Flirting with the line, Tony, flirting with the line of danger.
Pretty transparent from up here, but I guess for the refs it's not that that evident. The games they're being played.
Good job there by Cornette Patterson to drive him wide. Millier, little bump there, unable to get the loose puck as they work it behind the net. Millier now trying to throw the body, now up high. Two Hawks, right in on one, opens up, loose puck, driven out high, shot from the point, blocked. Can the Hawks get to it? No, Millier has to go for a change, but almost an opportunity there for Moncton. McPherson goes behind, able to knock that away, kill off some time, and here comes Cormier in the way. And he's in the mix, picking up that loose puck. Rangers have to retreat and retry. All over again. They put that one in deep, far corner. Guedette turns and fires, but not out. And Fournette lets his man pass him as he's unable to keep him in check. That creates an opportunity here. Van Horsen, nice little move as he moves to the middle. Stick check last second from the point, and McLaughlin finds that. .11 to go here. 25 seconds to go in the Rangers power play. Big kill here for Moncton. Here's a chance. Can they create something? No, they just turned and fired. They didn't look for the fast breaking attempt, which they're saving for a little bit later on, maybe. 3 seconds to go. An icing call on the Rangers. They won't like that. Richard back on the ice. He goes for a change. Back to 5-on-5. That puck sent out, trying to catch it from behind. Kicked away. Moncton now, just off the reach of Rayfuse. Another sticky play here. These Rangers got their sticks just whacking everybody. But again, playing with danger here. And right here, backing right up, somebody step up, and there's Sinclair. Finally able to hold him within check. There's a chance for the Hawks to get an offensive zone face-off. Try to establish control and see if they can get something on net here.
Jamie, I'm not sure, but I think if this thing goes to overtime, I think the league championship will go to the Rangers.
Well, the Rangers are down 1 point right now. If this goes to overtime, the Hawks would get 1 point. The Rangers would get the win if they won it in overtime, which would cause a tie in the standings. But then whether it goes to goal differential or head-to-head battles, I'm not sure. Either way, the Hawks need at least another goal in overtime to even get into all that logistics. Hawks win the draw, but great job there pressuring the Rangers do. There's a chance for the Hawks. Oh, off the key there. There's a shot from a sharp angle. It bounces all around. Picked up by the Rangers. No pressure here. The Hawks. Rangers throw that one down the ice. That'll be an icing. And this is where we need that 5 icing rule, Tony, that I talk about. After 5, you delay a game. You wouldn't be flicking it out of your zone so nonchalantly. 5:25 to go. Time slowly creeps away. The Hawks have dug themselves back up. But can they get themselves out of the hole? We'll find out. Richard fires a shot, but blocked by the Rangers. The ref ends up taking down one of the Rangers. Now back up high to Richard. Richard. Buck's got to get deep here. There's a shot on net. Thibodeau sees that. Now behind the net is Casey. Casey sends that up high to Richard. Richard can't quite hold that in. Cormier pins his man down low. Trying to get reach on that puck, but that's sent in again. Rangers go for a change. Stretch pass a little bit too late. McPherson tries to dig it at the line. There's a giveaway by Fournette. And there's a good block by Sinclair to get his leg down. Getting to the nitty-gritty now. It's just a matter of a mistake. An opportunity for this Moncton Hawks team. Or a mistake by Moncton for the Rangers to put it away. McPherson flicks that up off the stick of Fournette. Sent in deep. Rangers just trying to kill time. Not looking to strike. Just looking to burn the clock off. McPherson. Fournette Patterson. That one's off the mark by Fournette Patterson as he tried to hit Fournette on the far side. There's Millier not going very hard here, and the Rangers, Hall, easily able to get to that puck and kill some valuable time off. And he's stripped away of the puck. And Millier looking absolutely exhausted. He makes his way to the bench. Here comes Gaudette. Gaudette sends that down low. 2 Hawks behind the net. Oh, there was the chance. There was the chance. The net's off as the goalie pushed off. Hawks will get a chance for an offensive face-off, but you're down to the 3-minute mark. Off the glass and out of play again in the Rangers bench. I don't think I've ever seen the puck go out of play so many times in one game, Tony.
Yeah, that must be 7, 8, 9, 10, I don't know.
Hawks able to get to that loose puck, but they overskate it. And at some point, you're going to have to take some chances in pinching and keeping this puck in as you're down by 1, and there was the chance. Step up, and that goes up over the net. And there's Richard bumped off the puck by O'Toole. Sent out front, nobody there. Oh, what a save, McLaughlin. Could that do it? We see a good save. Oh, the puck just can't be pushed up as Casey tried to hit Boudreau. And here comes Cormier. He's got some wheels. Nobody's there with him. He's got to do it all alone. They try to collapse in on him. And now against the boards, it's Casey sent up to the wing. St. Clair off the crossbar! And that's an icing. Holy moly, it doesn't get much closer than that. Well, 1:56 to go. Face-offs inside the Rangers zone. Do you call a timeout and pull the goalie now? Or do you wait another 30 to 40 seconds, Tony? It looks like the Hawks are just going to go for it. Hope for the best here. Cadet over one time off a heel and up and out of play as Travis. Look at the big guns on the ice here. You know, in the last couple minutes, who do you put on to kill time? Rangers sticking with Travis and Van Horsen. McPherson right off the draw gets in as he tries to get to that puck. Cadet now trying to hold it in. Oh, he's got a lane. Can he get to his forehand? Oh, he puts it just wide. Oh, and he chips it up, but it was Millier driving to the middle. He moved last minute. Fournette chips that in. Not a bad move if you can get that on the goalie to cover up. Get a chance to win a draw again. Millier is going to have to go. It's Fournette that gets over there. First shot right on. Nice job by Thibodeau.
There goes the goalie.
Put that aside. And that's flicked up high. Empty net as Cadet Cormier, with 1 minute to go in this game, it's a 6-on-5. Cormier tries to wheel and deal around. There's a shot up and over the net. Cadet's down low to get it. Nobody's covering for him. There's a shot off the side of the net. Cadet's still down low. Nobody's picking him up. So if they lose this puck, it's a no-go zone. And there's Millier under duress by Travis. He tries to move it up to Boudreau. 3-on-2, brewing up. Can they make the best of it? No. Tries to center it back. Cormier behind the net. Out front. Loose puck. Shot. Thibodeau able to find that as that trickled wide. And that one sneaks by Millier. No, he keeps it in. No, it's open net for Travis. And that'll do it. As Travis scores with 4.8 to put this game away. What a game, folks. We had all kinds of stuff. Goals galore. Crappy goaltending. Crappy play. Great play. Great goals, bad goals, you name it, it happened in this game. And in the end, it was that first period that killed the Hawks' dreams of winning the league championship. And that'll do it as McLaughlin comes in, holds the fort as long as he could, but Moncton just couldn't recover. Moncton finishes second overall. And now it's time for provincials. Well, we'd like to thank everyone who tuned in this year and watched these broadcasts. Hopefully you enjoyed the hockey as much as we did. We'll see you at provincials. Hopefully the Hawks can reclaim the title.
So that'll be starting Thursday, so be on the lookout for a schedule on the Moncton Hawks Facebook page, and hope to see you tune in and see if the Hawks can make a go at the provincial tournament. So starting Thursday.